Hey guys, this is Casey. I'm going to give you a quick rundown of our mobile app. Hopefully answer some questions that you guys may have. Let me start this screen share so that you guys can see my phone. All right, we'll get this going. So the app is available in the Apple Store as well as the Android Store. It does not require internet connection after you have downloaded the report from our servers. So you can go to areas of not great reception and you can still do your report editor. The app is a scheduler, manual scheduler, and the report editor only. Everything else you need to be connected to the internet for, and you can access through Spectora.com on your mobile browser or on your desktop. All right, so we've got this pulled up now. Let me pull this bar out of the way. Okay. This is what you will see when you open up the app. This is your dashboard. It shows the inspections that you have scheduled for today. If you wanted to see the inspections that you have saved to the app, you can click the saved button at the bottom and see the ones that are saved directly onto your app. We can also go back to dashboard and we can click all, and it will pull all the inspections that you have on the server. Now you'll see the import button. That means it is not downloaded to your device. To grab it from the server and generate the report so that you can edit it, you can just hit that import button. We'll go back out to dashboard. The help center is also there. You can click on it if you need anything there. Excuse me. And if we click this plus and new sign button, this is how you would schedule an inspection from your mobile device. So you can go through, select a date, a start time, the base price for the fees. You can select from your templates that you have on your Spectora.com template center. You can select an inspection agreement to go with it. The only information that is required to start an inspection with Spectora is the address and the zip code. Everything else can be added later, or you can add it in right now and have it all be done. So let's go back out. Let's start with settings. So we can go to settings, and we've got a couple of things to run through here. This is where you would log out and log back in. The enable flashlight is the flash from your mobile device's camera, just turned on. So if you would like that, you can turn that on there. Enable gallery camera. Yeah, it gives a description there. And then you can search comments, either title and text. Syncing. It does require internet connection. It allows you to have two mobile devices or a laptop and a mobile device talking to each other throughout an inspection. We have solo inspectors using it to automatically save their information up to the cloud so that they don't lose anything if something happens to their device, or if they just want that safety net of having everything save automatically. We also have multi-inspector who want to split up the work, and you can turn on live syncing, and whenever you press the sync button, it will pull the information down from the cloud. If we enable it, you will see this sync frequency setting. You can click on it and see how often you would like your information to sync up to the cloud. So this is how many times or the frequency with which your information is going to save up to the cloud and the servers. And so you can go anywhere from 15 seconds to 15 minutes or on demand only, which means that you can manually press it, and I will show you what that button looks like. In photo settings, I really strongly recommend that you guys have this backup photos to gallery on, just in case any pictures that you take through Spectora get deleted from your report or something like that. They will be saved to your gallery, and you can always just go back and re-add them later. Save annotated image to gallery. You can select a little further down here in this auto annotate if you would like the photo annotator, excuse me, if you would like the photo annotator to show up for deficiencies only or also for informational comments. Some inspectors like having the ability to point out anything they would like, and others, the only informational comments, pictures that they would put in informational comments would be just general pictures, and there's no need for a photo annotator, so turning that off will take a couple clicks away for those of you guys who do not like clicks. Or you can just select not to have the photo annotator pull up. So we'll press OK there. You can also use this sliding bar to toggle back and forth with the quality of the picture. Low quality will result in things going a little bit faster. Higher quality, you'll get more definition, but it will take a little bit longer. We'll scroll down. You can see your app version. This reset app memory. The way that the reports are saved they are saved directly onto the device, which is how you can do them without internet. Excuse me, directly onto the app, not the device. And so if you're having some trouble and you're getting the white screen of death, or the app is running a little bit slowly, you may just have a lot of information saved to the app. Think about if you're carrying a really heavy load, you're probably not going to run as fast. So every once in a while, make sure that your information is all saved up to the server so that you're not losing anything important. And then it's probably a good idea to reset that app memory. And the saved reports on there will be cleared. However, you can always press that import button that I showed you guys in all, and it will download it back onto the server so you can do the report editor as well again. All right, so now we're going to go back up to the dashboard, and I scheduled a test inspection this morning for 8 a.m. so we can click into it. And this is the information that I entered online for it. You can see that you can do multiple reports. I've got a residential, a radon, and a mold on here just for the fun of it. If you click the map function, it will show you driving directions from where you are to where the inspection is. This is a good opportunity for me to show you guys another button because we should have some client information in there because I entered some client information. So if you scroll down to the bottom of this inspection details page, we can click the More Options tool, and we can do Force Sync All Data. And that will pull all the information that's in the cloud down onto the device so that it goes syncing. And so let's see if it pulls in my client data. Otherwise, this is a very silly video because I'm not showing you everything that I need to show you. We'll figure it out. Okay, there we go. Okay, perfect. See, it works perfectly. Spectora, yay. So what you can do is you can see the client and the agent on here. And one of the awesome things about that is if you ever need to get a hold of, say, Kevin Wagstaff, you can click on the contact information in there, and it will automatically pull up the agent's contact information. So you've got easy contacting for the client, the agent, everybody like that. Okay, so this is the way that the inspection details page looks when live syncing is turned on. The save and the sync buttons are very important. The little arrows that you can see with the cloud denote where the data is being pushed or pulled. Save pushes changes up to the cloud, and sync pulls changes that are on the cloud down to your device. So if you don't want changes made to the report that is on your mobile, only press save. If you're doing something where you want to pull information onto your device, either from another inspector or a different device, you can press that sync and pull it down. If we go back out to settings and turn live syncing off and go back to the report, you can see that it just says save to cloud. And I showed you guys the Force Sync All Data. If you don't have sync turned on, if you go to More Options, it says Reset to Server Version, and that does the same thing as the Force Sync. It pulls all the information down and replaces the data that's on your mobile device. And you also get the Force Upload All Data. When you hit save, it brings the changes that you made up to the cloud. If you force sync upload, you're taking all the information and shoving it up there. So if you're having a little bit of trouble with pictures, if you are in an area of bad connectivity and you try to save the pictures up to the server, sometimes you'll get a placeholder, which is just a black frame instead of the actual data that's on the picture. If you force load all data and then go back and look at it on the desktop, that should fix that problem. So that's a mini tech support right there. Okay, like I said, the report editor is the main function of the app. If you were to hit this edit inspection details button, it would take you back to the browser version. So that is something that you do need internet connection for. You can also view the report and you can publish directly from your phone. Most of our inspectors finish about 95% of their inspection on site, and then 5% is tinkering back at the office or back at their home. But we do have a lot of inspectors who really get their flow going and trust Spectora in their process, and they publish directly from there, and that's a really big wow factor for the clients and the agents. Okay, so we'll dive into the report editing. If we click into the residential report, you'll see at the top that you can update the report cover photo. A lot of inspectors like to not use the picture that's been pulled from Zillow, which is the one that's preloaded in there currently, and that gets pulled when you add the address and the zip code from or into the new inspection scheduling. If we click into, let's go to exterior, and you click into it, you can choose in your template settings whether or not to have these inspected, non-inspected, not present observation buttons on there. If you choose to not have what we call item ratings on there, it will just show the titles of the sections. We can click in. So now we're in siding, flashing, and trim. You can choose inspected, non-inspected, not present, observations. We are currently in the classic settings, and I can go into that in a different video. But that means that my buttons are linked and that you will only see the comments, informational comments, limitations, defects for the specific item rating that you are choosing. So if you have non-inspected, you will only see a limitation, such as there was snow on the roof, I couldn't inspect it. Same for not present. If you click in observation, which means you would have inspected it, it will automatically turn on inspected, and you will be able to scroll down and see the informational comments or the observations. I kind of skipped over it, so let me backtrack slightly. If you have inspected turn on, but you don't see any defects, you can do the informational comments, but you will not see the defects at the bottom. If you switch over on your template editor to custom ratings, you will always see all three options: informational comments, limitations, and observations, defects, recommendations, whatever you would like to call them. And those buttons, item ratings up top, are not connected, so that you can have any combination of them that you choose. We kind of created that because we were having some circumstances where inspectors wanted to say that they did not fully inspect something, like there was snow on the roof, but they could still see some defects and some observations. And so they wanted to be able to have the not inspected and the observations clicked at the same time with those. So it's just about your flow and what you feel comfortable with as an inspector. So we'll go through and we'll say that the siding is made of aluminum. This is a multiple choice. That is the channel. I'm just doing silly things with this to fill it in. Okay, so now we've marked some informational comments. Let's make an observation. We can scroll down and you'll see on the observations that if we click evidence of water intrusion, on both the informational comments and the observations, you'll see these buttons pop up. You can toggle by clicking the category, whether or not you would like it to be a maintenance item, a safety hazard, and you can choose those categories. You can flag it for later. You can add a custom location, first floor, south bedroom, something like that. Save location. In location, if you have something that you would like in there and you don't see a button for it, you can always manually enter it right there. Save location. If you, in your template settings, or excuse me, your report tools, if you go on the browser version to settings and then report tools, you can choose whether or not you would like to have your price estimator included in the report. Inspectors choose to have that or don't. If you do have it turned on, it has that $sign with the estimate. You click on it and it gives you a sliding bar that you can set. Unfortunately, there's no way right now to set a default price estimate for like every single time there's a water evidence of water intrusion, it's going to cost you $500 or something like that. So you will have to slide this bar every single time. So we'll set it to there. You can copy a section. Now the really cool part where people often, excuse me, save the most time, and we get a lot of compliments, and we love hearing that our inspectors are getting their evenings back with their families, is this add photo, add video, gallery and for pictures and gallery for video section. So you can take a picture directly into your report. It will save and you can annotate it, so there is no more going back later and clicking and dragging unless you want to do that. So the way it works is if you click the photo button, it will pop up with this screen. That's what you guys look like. Okay, so we're going to take a photo of it, kind of inception-y, the picture, the laptop, funny. And then I'm going to click Use Photo. Now, because in the settings, I have it turned on to have my photo annotator turn on when I take a picture of a deficiency, the photo annotator is automatically going to pull up. You can change the brightness, you can rotate it. One of the awesome parts about the annotator is if you just take your finger and drag it across the screen, you create the arrow, or you can select on the bottom the color, or on the side, I mean, you can select on the bottom whether or not you would like to do a square or a circle. And we recently added the line function, which is great for, great for tile or showing a crack and showing how straight it should be. Now you can, yeah, so I love the photo annotator. So, okay, click the check mark and that will save directly into the report. You can see the little one that is now there on the side. You can do the same thing for video. Keep in mind that the higher quality your video is, the shorter it needs to be to upload to Spectora. So there are some video limitations, but that's just because videos have a ton of data and it's really hard to upload them. Okay, so we've covered deficiencies. If you wanted to take a picture in informational comments and wanted that photo annotator, make sure that you go into settings and turn that on. Up in the corner, you can see that there's these three little dots. If you click them, you can see the item actions of reorder comments, edit the item name. So you can do a bit of editing of the report on your mobile device. Some things do need to be done on the desktop. You will see at the bottom of the screen that there is we call them a breadcrumb trail of where you have been. You can jump back forward between sections, items, and comments. In this case, sections, exterior, siding, and flashing, by just clicking into the breadcrumb, and it will take you all the way back. So that eliminates some clicks too with having to hit that back button. Now you'll remember in informational comments that I flagged one of the informational comments, and that is how it would show up in exterior. So let me go through quickly and mark these. I'll just do not inspected. You'll see that I get a little green check mark, which means that I've completed the section for informational comments. And let's do the general so that I can get my full check mark. We'll go back and you'll see that I now have a check mark next to exterior. So this is a great way for particularly new inspectors who want to make sure that they hit every single thing and they don't realize that they forgot to get the name of the air conditioner brand to include it. You'll also notice at the bottom that I now have a little 7% and a green bar. That shows you how complete your template is, which is another great tool for new inspectors or just inspectors who like to have that, and that's their preference. We've got that, we've got that. What else can we do? You can reorder the sections by clicking that three little dots. You can add a new section. You click it and you can add, this is how you would add an optional section to a report. A lot of inspectors do garages or pools as optional sections. So if you get to a house and you had no idea it had a detached garage or a pool, you can always add them on site. That would require internet connection. Wait, no, it wouldn't, because it's already on there. Joke, pretend. And so you could click add garage and it would create it right in there for you. You can click into a section and you can also press the new button and create new informational comments if you want to create something on the fly that's not part of your template. You can also click into observations and create a new observation in there. Now, whenever you add a new comment into your report, you can click Save to Template for future use so that you don't have to retype it again. You can enter the default text that you would like for that comment. You can also choose the recommendation between the buttons. And then if you click recommendation for the repair defect, you can scroll through and say that you choose who you would like for the repair or changes. I'm trying to think if I have missed anything. That's kind of the basics of mobile. I hope I've answered a lot of your questions. Oh, there's one more thing. Got it. A lot of inspectors like to really wow the client by showing the summary on site. And the summary is like our desktop version where it pulls in the pictures and the defects. So since we did mark a defect in the residential report, you can click on the summary. There we go. Click on the summary and it will show your defects and the pictures that you chose for it. Now, the little button that I clicked up on the top with the hammer and the wrench and the one, you can click on it and choose if you would like to show them all observations, recommendations, and safety, or just major safety issues. That really depends on your market, what you would like to show. I think that is it. In order to edit inspection details, you'll need to be on the browser version. So if you did have the wrong address or something like that, you can click more options and go edit inspection details, and that will take you back to the browser version. Yep. That's kind of it for the mobile right now. All right. Thanks, guys.